Hello, my name is Annabelle. I help teachers to ditch the overwhelm, stop overthinking, and avoid burnout. And this week, whilst coaching, I had many people struggling in terms of showing themselves compassion and being able to support themselves with the amount of workload that they experience. I wanted to jump on today and share with you my self-care triangle and what I utilize every single day as a strategy to find what works for me and set my boundaries to be able to stick to them. Enjoy. Today, I'm going to be covering the self-care triangle. So the self-care triangle is a strategy that I have implemented into my life to be able to allow myself each and every day to see and hear me, to ensure that I have the confidence and I have the work-life balance that I desire. Now, we're going to start off today with the elements of compassion. So as humans, we all have an inner child. We all have that part of us that sometimes feels scared, afraid, something's different, there's change happening, or maybe we just don't feel fully ourselves that day. Whatever it might be, we need to have compassion for self in that moment. If we continue to push and push and push, eventually we're going to burn out. We're not robots. We're not made to work 24/7. Often I find with teachers, they are incredible at giving compassion to students and being able to support them, give them space, give them guidance, and congratulate them when they achieve. But when it comes to themselves, they often beat themselves up, put themselves down, and put themselves at the bottom of that to-do list. Compassion is about appreciating in any given moment what your needs may be. Instead of blanking them, ignoring them, putting them to one side, telling yourself you'll eat later, ignoring the hunger, and really just not paying yourself any attention, means that compassion is being forgotten for self. Now, compassion is all about being in that moment. It's about listening and hearing you. On the other side of things, we have consistency. Now, this is more the adult self. This is about showing up, doing things, getting the job done. Now, often I find with teachers, we're heavily weighted on the consistency side. We show up every day, we want to get to the results, we want to achieve our goals, but we're exhausted, we're tired, we're not really having a happy life outside work because it's starting to affect our body and it's starting to affect our ability to be there for our family, to be able to support the people around us and be able to even show up. Motivation can start to become depleted and switching off, it becomes very, very difficult to do. When we're working every single day, 24/7, or just not really having a proper time off, we're not showing ourselves any compassion. So these two cannot be all or nothing. If we sat in compassion all the time, then we are going to be pretty much doing nothing. We'd have our feet up on the sofa. Although that sounds good, we never really get towards our goals. Now, if we were always doing, if we were always showing up all the time, then we're going to have a problem too, because we're not going to be consistent at completing the to-do list every single day. Sometimes it's impossible. But it's really important to link these two together. We have compassion and we have consistency. We need to be able to listen to that part of us that doesn't want to look at a computer screen all day long and needs to be able to step away and maybe look at a book for a bit, maybe do a bit of paper planning in order to come away from the screen. We still need to get the work done, but maybe we just need to do it in a slightly different way. Maybe there's certain tasks that you would love to get done today and complete the whole thing, but it's going to be physically impossible to get all of that done and do other things as well. So we need to show compassion and say, can we break this down? Can we break down this project into small steps and chunks so that we can get things done more efficiently and effectively while remembering our own personal needs? Now, when you start to combine these two things, there is one other element that you're going to need. I'm going to draw this line up here to complete this triangle. Now, the very final element that we are going to need in a self-care triangle is patience. We can have compassion, we can have consistency, but we're going to need to have patience in order to find that middle point. Because there's going to be a part of you that wants to reach your goal. There's going to be a part of you that wants to be this incredible teacher and creates this vision. You are, and you can be, but you can't be a teacher all the time. You also need to show yourself compassion. Sometimes you're not going to complete that to-do list. Sometimes you're going to need a break. Sometimes you're going to need to do half an hour rather than a whole hour. It still makes you an incredible teacher. It just means that you're one that can show up with energy, that can show up happy, that can show up ready to support others and inspire the next generation to be all that they can be. Without consistency, compassion, and patience, we can lead ourselves to overwhelm, to overthinking, to burning out. By making the agreement to show up and have these 3 elements each and every day, allows you to create your own personal harmony. I hope you found today's video useful, and please do hit subscribe and ensure that you hit the notification bell so that you can be kept up to date with all the tips and strategies that I have to avoid teacher burnout. Speak soon.